Hey guys, welcome back to opening Digimon Card Game boosters. Last time, oh god, I almost died. There was this card that looked like a pizza and it ate me and then I ate it and now I have stomach trouble. Anyway, we opened some Digimon cards and now we're back for some more. You kind of see how these videos just kind of stream together into one big video that gets chopped up. That's pretty much all it is. It would be great to upload them all in one big uncut run, but people would never looked at that, and all I care about is money. So, it's part of the business. Anyway, let's get right back into the packs. So, we're still on the search for the Kazemon line, the Dorumon line, because that's in here, and just other things that would be pretty fucking cool. So, ooh, you see as it goes. Now it is woes. And I kind of just, don't want to smash the camera, so I have to pull it off while it's off screen. Sometimes you just gotta deal with what you gotta deal with, and, well, that's what you're dealing with right now. Oh, God. Oh, God, no, the pack is starting to eat my asshole. That might actually be, we don't talk about anything. Just please stop talking me. Anyway, let me see. This is the camera a bit more down. Draw the thing out a bit more. There we go. That's a better look. Anyway, we've seen Gatsumon before, so we're gonna move on from there. We've seen Wendigomon before. We're going to move on. All right, Huckmon. Yeah, he's still called Huckmon here, not Hackmon. Hackmon makes a whole lot more sense. Because, computers and shit. No, we got Huckmon. So, as I like to call him, Fuckmon. It's like when Pac-Man's called Puckman back before that. Or I think he's also still called that in Japan. Nah, you guys fucked up and decided to let him be called Fuckmon here, so I'm just gonna call him that anyway. Fuckmon is here with Sistermon CL and Sistermon Noir, no, not Noir, Blanc in this card art. I wonder if in Japan it shows Sistermon Noir in this art, just because I think I've explained the whole CL and Noir thing in earlier episodes, so if you want to hear my rant about that, you could watch more videos and give me more money, even though I don't get money yet. Subscribe so I can get more money, motherfucker. Anyway, Huckmon's Inheritable says, when attacking once per turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add all cards with Sistermon in their names among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Which is pretty good with this card because Sistermons are really integral to Hackmon. Like the Hackmon, not format, just their archetype, that's what I'm trying to say. Just because their effects have a lot to do about find Royal Knights or find Hackmon. So, pretty cool card just to keep attacking and keep on getting shit out of it. Anyway, another Schwarz card. Another Metal Kabuterimon. Alright, now we got a different Digimon. We got Deadly Axemon, one piece of the Dark Knightmon combo, which I have Dark Knightmon and Skull Knightmon Deadly Axe mode, but I don't have, the original Skull Knightmon or Deadly Axemon. So in this card art, we got Deadly Axemon with Skull Knightmon kind of being thrown, like maybe Deadly Axemon's attacking him or something. And it says for his thing, on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 2 of them with Knightmon in their names among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Not a bad ability for a play cost of 4, but really, that 3,000 for a champion is pretty damn weak. So, really, you'd be wanting to use him to go into, like, Dark Knightmon. So, you really wouldn't want to stay as this thing. Anyway, its Inheritable says, when this card has Knightmon or Bagramon in its name, it gets plus 2,000 DP. Pretty self-explanatory since it has stuff to do about the Bagra army, so... Anyway, next card we get is flopping this thing around. We get Tidal Wave. Alright, this is a different card. We've got Calling from the Darkness. How could you call from the darkness? How could you be bad? Anyway, it shows, like Gilmon being, tricked by Dracmon and Impmon into, wanting meat. But then they're gonna, fuck his asshole or something. That's my interpretation of this card. Anyway, its ability says, main delete one of your Digimon, then return up to 2 purple cards from your trash to your hand. It's only for a 1, and the security says just add it to your hand. That is actually pretty good. You could just delete something weak, like place out an Impmon for, 3, then use this for one to get out like a Mega or a Champion or something, and it seems like a pretty OP card. So I'd play it. All right, we got ourselves another Pusarimon. All right, now we got a piece of the Kazemon pie. I talked about this Digimon in my last episode when I talked about hybrid spirits and how they didn't get much love in Frontiers, but this is the hybrid between Shutsmon and Kazemon. I default to Shutsmon instead of Zephyrmon, but either name works, and I bet people will understand what I mean by that. So anyway, Jet Sulfamon, pretty much just being a reference to Sulfamon, I guess, from Adventure 2. I don't know if that's the actual reason it's called that, but she runs around with like a fucking, what is it called? A windmill? Propeller? I don't know. It's one of those things that looks like that. I forget the name for it. I don't think I'll even look it up. It's just one of those weird spinning things that you blow on and it goes round and round. Propeller? Spinning wheel? I don't know. Anyway, Jet Sulfamon's effect says, when one of your tamers with a... Give me a second. When one of your Digimon with a tamer in its Digivolution cards Digivolves into this card by your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2. Pretty good, since most hybrids talk about giving somebody that ability. And that says, when Digivolving, if a card has hybrid in its traits in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, recovery +1. Basic ability. Very basic, but I like the art. Really wish it had an inheritable, though, because, like, if you got, like, Ancient Sulfamon, like, this is not going to be too helpful. So, next up, we've got... Oh, no, I already have one of these. We already got Ancient Megatheriummon. It's weird to start seeing rares copying themselves now, but, you know, not every card can be a winner. This one was looking cool. Oh, I guess Dark Knightmon was in this one. My dumbass didn't know. So, this is like an alternative art for Dark Knightmon. I don't know what the original art looked like, but I'm guessing its ability is going to have nothing to do with the one that we got in Cross Encounter, because that one had Digicross. So, Dark Knightmon's ability reads, on play, you may place one Skull Knightmon and or Deadly Axemon from your hand or trash under this Digimon's Digivolution cards in any order. Kind of like using Digicross, but you have to play a 7 for it, so not great. I probably wouldn't use that. Then alterns, when this Digimon is deleted, you may play one Skull Knightmon and or Deadly Axemon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards, suspended without paying their memory costs. Not bad to multiply your Digimon, but I think I just mostly like this card for its art. It looks very cool. It's like got a bunch of crushed like helmets under here. I guess he just killed a bunch of regular Knightmon. Yes, you can definitely feel the alternative art. How do we get 2 in like the same booster box? We got one of Betamon earlier, so I was thinking like, oh, we're not gonna get another one, but you know, sometimes you win. That's all I'm gonna. That's the only context I'll give you. Just sometimes you win. I guess so. All right, got ourselves a Tuskmon. Haven't seen this Digimon in any packs since like the release, I believe. Anyway, it says for his ability, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gets plus 2,000 for the turn. Basic ability, kind of a basic bitch Digimon with kind of boring art. So we're just gonna skip over him because he's not interesting. Sorry, Tuskmon. Oh. You see, we got something better than you, Tuskmon. You can go fuck yourself. We got Hentai. Anyway, we got Kazemon, who has a very basic ability, but there is I think a Lilymon just kind of hanging out up there. Anyway, Kazemon's ability says you may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your yellow tamers. So, very, very basic ability, just like Loemon, but for yellow. No reason to use this card, but it's a cool looking art, and it's Hentai, so... Oh, speaking of useless cards, it's this guy again. It's Loemon. Yeah, very basic. Just a purple version of Kazemon. Alright, Kendo Gurumon, otherwise known as Garmmon. He's like... Oh, he's taking down Volvermon or whatever. It's the fake Dark Spirit. That guy up there. It was a giant, like, bird that fucking Koji's brother could turn into when he was, like, corrupted and stuff. So... It was technically a legendary warrior, but just, you know, isn't the original one. It's not Kaiser Loemon. So, Kendo Gurumons Ability reads, you may digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your tamers as if it's a level 3 Digimon for a cost of 2. Then when digivolving, if a card with hybrid in its traits or Koji Minamoto in this Digimon's Dilution cards, this Digimon gains jamming for the turn. So, not a bad ability, but then again, I don't really know why you'd be using it. It's kind of a basic bitch card. But then again, I think all these hybrids truly are basic bitch cards. Place this over on the blue. Anyway, we got Brachiomon. I like this art. Koki did himself good with this one. It just kind of looks like Brachiomon's like a giant stuffed animal with his stitched mouth, and it's not like open, so it's like he just looks like a giant dinosaur plushie. And a 10,000 DP. Sure, it has no abilities, but it's a beater, so sometimes that's all you need. So, very cool art. It's got like Koromon and Punimon and Sunomon all over its tail, along with an egg at the very end of its tail. So, pretty cool art. Makes him look like a stuffed animal. Right. This is the one I've been talking about. It's like the one between Pulsemon and Boutmon. It's called Bulkmon. That's what I fucked up on its name. Anyway, Bulkmon's just bulking out. He's hitting too many steroids. This is what happens when you're on steroids, which might be a good thing for you if you like to be shot by lightning. Anyway, his ability, he doesn't have an ability, but his inheritable reads, it's very small. It says, opponent's turn, when you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains blocker. So, kind of like the same thing with the rest of the Pulsemon cards. You need like 3 or more, or just 3 security to do a lot of its abilities. Not bad, but then again, blocker's not very helpful with that. Ourselves another Bokomon. I said I needed a couple of these if I wanted to do this correctly. And then we got ourselves a Beetlemon, being the Lightning Legendary Warrior. And JP's thing. There's even Kokabuterimon back there, kind of hanging out with him. So, see, sometimes they talk about their de-evolutions, but I think there's only one for, like, Agunimon, Lobomon, and Beetlemon. So I don't know if there's any more for, like, Kumamon, Ranamon, Grumblemon, the Tree Guy, Kazemon, Metal Guy, and Loemon. I don't know. Anyway, Beetlemon's ability reads as such. It goes on top of a tamer, and when digivolving, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with hybrid in its traits and JP Shibayama among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. JP was kind of a fucking dick at the very beginning of Frontiers. He was definitely a dick. And I guess he had a backstory, but it didn't really explain it. Like, oh, people didn't like his tricks, so he decided to become an asshole. I don't know. He got better as the show went on, but he was definitely a whiny fuck. Definitely put a fucking damper on the show. All the characters are a little bit, one-sided. I meant one-dimensional with all their stuff in Frontiers. Really wish they had a little bit more depth, but then again, it was in the kind of down area of Digimon anyway, so can't be helped all that much, sadly. Anyway, we got ourselves a Koromon and Bodemon, just running. Or they can't run, hopping, I guess. They're doing something near a fence, so I guess they're just hanging out in, like, free country USA. Nobody's gonna get that joke. Nobody's gonna get that joke. Anyway, their inheritable says, when attacking, reveal a top card of your deck and place it at the top or bottom of your deck. Kind of reminds me of, if you've ever played, like, old era Pokemon, it reminds me of Sableye from RS to PK with the Pokebody or Pokepower Excavate, where you could look at the top card of your deck and you could decide if you wanted to discard it or not. So you could be like, oh, I don't like the top card because I don't want to pull that. You could just discard it and get it later. As for this, it just puts it at the bottom of the deck so you don't need to look at it. So that could be useful. And it's when attacking, so you can do this multiple times per turn. So, not bad, not bad. What we got next? We got ourselves Beowulfmon. Another hybrid spirit, as I call them. I think that's what the show calls them anyway. And they've got Ancient Garurumon back there. I actually do have an Ancient Garurumon deck from when I opened Great Legends, like a couple years ago, that I never recorded, so really should have recorded it. I didn't think to. I did it for the original cards, didn't do it for Great Legends, so maybe one day I'll open another pack of that, since I probably need more cards from it anyway. Anyway, Beowulfmon's ability reads as such. When one of your tamers, blah blah blah, it can be done for 2 instead. When attacking, you may return 1 card with hybrid and its traits from this Digimon's Digivolution cards to your hand. Return 1 of your opponent's level 4 Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all cards from that Digimon. Pretty good ability just to get rid of a champion. The problem is, all these hybrids still have no inheritable. You need to, like, kind of play them to get to, like, fucking, Magna Garurumon or Kaiser Greymon, so it's like, a little bit lackluster, I would say. Oh, we got ourselves a... I guess this is just regular Betamon. It says the same effect. We've already read this, but we had an alternative art of it, so... Interesting looking. He's just staring. He's just sitting on a tree, having a good old dang old day, so... Can't fault him from that. Oh, well, this is cool. We got ourselves Sistermon CL Awaken. This is not just the original one. This is where they put their hood over. And there's one of Blanc and Noir. Sadly, Noir won't be for you, but still, even CL's got some big titties in that picture, so I ain't gonna fault it. I just want nuns with guns, motherfucker. Anyway, Sistermon CL Awaken's ability reads as such. On play, you may play one Sistermon CL from your hand or the bottom, or trash at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. This is actually the first white card I've seen with an evolution requirement. It's got an evolution of 2. You'd really have to be playing a Blanc or a CL to really be using this card. But you could just play it for 6, just a very high play cost. So, anyway, on deletion, return one card with Justmon, Huckmon, or Sistermon in its names, other than Sistermon CL Awakened from your trash to your hand. Not a bad ability, but really, I think I just like the art of her, like, going fucking insane about to murder somebody. I really would like the Noir version, or like some kind of proxy, just so that I could play it in English, and then just be like, it's not legal to play in any tournament, but then again, am I ever going to play in a tournament? There's no tournaments around me. It's not like I'm going to be playing on a Saturday night Digimon. I'd love to set that up, but I don't have anybody near me that would like that, so no point. Anyway, we've seen Tuskmon before. Alright, we got something different. We got Tortomon. Good old Tortomon. He be torting out. Anyway, he's just throwing cheese sticks at everybody. Anyway, his inheritable says, when attacking, you may reveal one green Digimon card from your hand and place it on top of your deck to have this Digimon get plus 3000 DP for the turn. Not a bad ability, and then you could use, like, Korumon's ability to, like, get rid of cards from the top of your deck if you don't want them. So it's a good way to send something to the trash on purpose. So, not a bad card, I would say. And definitely because it helps out in Ultimate. Alright, ooh, we got ourselves another part of Dorumon. We still don't have the original Dorumon. We need, like, both versions of Dorumon, like the one from X Record and the one from Next Adventure, in order to actually, like, you know, run a good Alphamon deck. You're gonna need it. Alright, so Darugamon's ability, he's, like, firing at nothing, but it reads as such. Your opponent's turn, when you have another Digimon in play with X antibody in its traits, or a card with X antibody in its traits in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains blocker. Pretty basic ability. And its inheritable says, all turns while this Digimon has X antibody traits, it gains plus 1000 DP. Really a very basic Digimon. I just like it because it's Dorumon, but yeah, its ability is kind of lackluster. I would say I'd rather run a different one if there were any others. Alright, another King Waymon. What sucks is, like, there's no Ranamon in this. Such sadness. I will always talk about that. I see blue and I just go, it's Ranamon, but it's like, nope, it's not Ranamon. Oh, why did I put CL over on the blues? Should go on the whites. Anyway, Kazemon. Gonna need a couple of those, I would say. Let's put that over there. We got Dino Memory Boost. Cool looking card with Mame Tyramon kind of running at Metal Tyrannomon, because he's got Dino Rexmon's, like, spirit around him, I guess protecting him. So I'm guessing that's supposed to be, like, his Mega that you search for in this booster box. Maybe, I don't know. He could be in here. Anyway, Dino Memory Boost reads as, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then place this card in your battle area. Everything else is the same to most Memory Boosts. Kind of basic, but then again, that's why it's for 3 instead. But being able to suspend somebody's Digimon, pretty good. And you could literally play it for, like... Actually, no. It says you can't activate this effect the turn this card enters play. So you just prepare yourself for another card. I was thinking maybe you could activate it the turn it's placed, but Literally, it says that's not something you could do, though it would make this card a lot more viable. Or make all memory boosts a lot more viable. Another Gigastorm. Another Mame Tyrannomon. Another Peachymon and Bukamon. Another Doru Greymon. I need another one of those. Ooh, well, we haven't gotten a purple boy yet, but we do have his ability. We've got Metal Cannon. We've got Dorumon shooting out that big old thing he has in him. Isn't it weird that, like, Dorumon doesn't shoot out, like, an element? He just shoots out a big old black ball. And that's why I like him. He's just so strange. I've always liked him for just how weird he is. He's the main Digimon of a movie nobody knows about. He's like a dinosaur with fur. He doesn't shoot an ability. He shoots balls. Like, it's just a very strange Digimon that I love. That's why he's my boy. My sweet boy. Moving the card. Anyway, his ability reads, main, choose one of your Digimon with X anti-binance traits, then draw one card for that Digimon's Digivolution cards. For each of them. That's not bad. If you use this on an Alphamon, and you've Digivolved all the way up, you could draw a ton of cards. That's actually a pretty OP ability. Alright, what's up? Ooh, well that's pretty neat. We got ourselves Emperor Greymon. So, this is one of the ancient spirits, or just... to explain those, the ancient warriors are like, the ancient Digimon. But the ancient spirits are Digimon that use kind of their same amount of strength to, like, become them, in a way. Kind of using their power at the same power level, if not higher. So, Emperor Greymon, pretty fucking cool card. He's got that cool sword. If you've never seen something, if you've been, like, around Digimon YouTube, and you've seen, like, Digimon figures, one figure you'll probably have seen before is the, Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon that come together to create Susanomon. That is one of my favorite figures that I've never been able to get, because each version, each, like, in-box copy is worth $1,000. So, you're never getting that thing unless you've got so much, like extra income that you never, like, need. But, like, it's one thing you're always going to want, because it looks awesome. Anyway, Emperor Greymon's ability is, when Digivolving, Blitz, and then your turn once per turn. When this Digimon is blocked, unsuspended, gain 1 memory for each Digivolution card this Digimon has with Hybrid in its traits. That's a pretty good ability just to give yourself more, like, memory, and make it so you can attack again, so... Emperor Greymon's pretty cool. Wonder if we can get a Susanomon in this pack. I mean, literally, the Takuya card talked about Susanomon, so it's like, I'm guessing most likely there is some kind of form of Susanomon in this pack. It might be some kind of, like, secret rare. And it's like, do you want that or Alphamon? I'd be like, oh, Alphamon, 100%. 100%. 100p, I'd say. The guy who's saying the stupid Knuckles raps. Anyway, Shellmon again. Oh, now I got every piece of the Cherubimon line from this. We got Antilamon ready to fucking smash my ass into the ground during the moonlight. And it says, for its ability, when Digivolving, you may play one purple Tamer card with a play cost of 3 or less from your trash without paying its memory cost. Really, I'm guessing a lot of these have to do with Koji or whatever, or Koji's brother, Koichi. Since they're talking about purple tamers, and that's kind of the only purple tamer you can get from this at this point. So, guessing that's what it's usually meant to be targeting. Pretty good, just getting things out of the trash and playing them, but still, no inheritables. Very sad. Anyway, got ourselves another Fuckmon. Got ourselves another Dino Memory Boost. Oh, we have the ability card for Dappinmon, and it's called Blue Hawaii Death. Alright. I mean, I guess, sometimes penguins show up in tropical climates, but why Blue Hawaii Death? Is there going to be one, like, pink that's called fucking, I don't know, Pink Philippines Destruction or Life? I don't know. Anyway, it just shows Dappinmon throwing, like, ice at us. Very strange looking card. It says for main, for the turn, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP, and can also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with no Digivolution cards. Still the no Digivolution cards thing. And security just says add it to your hand. I guess the 3000 is good for a 2. That's all I gotta say. The whole unsuspended thing really isn't that helpful. Depends on the situation you're in, I'd say. Anyway, another Philmon. Phil Swift here. we're here with a Grumblemon. Anyway, this is the human version of Gigasmon. So he's just hanging out on top of a Golemon. Another Golemon are just kind of staring at him like, what in the blue fuck is he doing up there? He was like the first boss of Frontiers, and he got his ass kicked pretty fucking hard. Anyway, his ability reads he is literally just the same as Kazemon and Loemon. Just do the tamer thing, but he has no other ability. Kind of sad. Wish all these things had a usefulness, but I guess they're not built to do that since they're commons. Not everybody was meant to shine, my friend. Not everybody was meant to shine. Anyway, we've got Mugen. Okay, are you talking about the fighting game? Mugen's pretty goddamn badass. Have you seen the video, the Cybershell video, where he goes over the haunted Sonic fan game, and instead he goes over Mugen games? I don't know. It's a pretty good video if you haven't seen that. I recommend that one. But Mugen is a Japanese word meaning infinite. That's why Machine Dramon is called Mugen Dramon in Japan. So, anyway, Mugen, its ability reads, main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase, so they have to wait another turn. And then the security just says suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Kind of a lackluster ability for a 4. Not great, but it does have Ebon Wumon on it. So, interesting. Oh, here's another one of the hybrid monsters. This is Rihimon. It's the fusion between Kaiser Loemon, or Leomon and Loemon. I always fuck up that shit. Anyway, yeah, I completely forgot its name, but its name is apparently Rihimon. Just, when you want to say its name, think of Scooby-Doo. He's literally got a Scooby-Doo face. You look like a total noob. You look like Scooby-Doo. I've been watching that video way too much. It's just where Tails and Luigi are like rap battling or something, and then Tails turns into Scooby-Doo, which is, pretty fucking based. Anyway, Rihimon. Just say his name like that. His ability is the same as the whole Tamers thing with hybrids, or like hybrid spirits, and it says, on deletion, if a card with hybrid in its traits is in this Digivolution cards, you may play one purple tamer from your trash without paying its memory cost. Not bad, knowing that you would already be running hybrids on top of this thing, so pretty good. Oh god, I'm seeing cards behind me. Oh, well, this is good. We got ourselves Doraemon, the first Doraemon I even have. It's the in training level of Dorumon, so he's kind of imperative that we have him. He's also got Dodomon behind him. Dodomon being the fresh form of Dorumon, so don't at me. I know way too much about this purple little fuck, so now we've got cute purple fuck. Anyway, its inheritable reads, your turn once per turn, when one of your Digimon effects plays a Digivolution card under this Digimon, draw one. With the knowledge that all Dorumon cards do that, just place cards underneath you, this is a pretty OP ability. Once per turn kind of suck. If it was removing that would be incredibly OP, but this is still really good, so nice to have gotten it. Nice to see you, little boy. Oh, looks like something's back there, but we're not going to go over it yet. Anyway, we are going to go over it soon, because we've already seen Sistermon CL awaken, so we'll move on. Oh, that's a pretty cool art. We got ourselves Vikemon. It's not secret, not super, it's P, which stands for promotional, which is pretty cool. It's got Vikemon and Joe just kind of standing next to each other, so that's pretty cool. I've seen one of Ophanimon and Kairi. I completely forgot that that's in this pack. I actually kind of want that one because I like Ophanimon. I don't even have an Ophanimon. I have an Ophanimon fall down mode. No regular Ophanimon, so it's weird that I don't have that. Anyway, I have a feeling that there's like the Mega and their Tamer kind of art things throughout this thing. And at least all of them for the Adventure 2020 kids. So I'd like to be looking for those as well. Anyway, Vikemon's ability reads, when Digivolving, if you have a Tamer in play, up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then when attacking, once per turn, return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to its owner's hand. That would be good. That is a pretty good attacking, just because, you could focus in on attacking a bigger monster, but then returning a different monster that just has no Digivolution cards. I think I just like its, art. It's another one of those alternative art kind of things, but it's not anything else. It's a promo. So I don't know the rareness versus anything else with that, Not quite sure. Alright, let's make this the last pack of this episode. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I want to see more of those. I want to get a Funimon. That'd be cool. Alright. We got ourselves Bulkmon again. We've already seen him before. We've already seen Antilamon. We've already seen Blue Hawaii Death. Alright, this is something different. We got ourselves Saber Leomon. He's kind of like just running around being a weirdo, I guess, attacking things. It's like some kind of ridge up in the back that he's just kind of like jumped off of, I guess. Anyway, Saber Leomon's ability reads, when Digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 5,000 for the turn, making it a very, like a 15,000 beater, and then unleashing gains 2 memory. Kind of like you want to rush this thing and kill it to try and get the memory back for it, but don't see much of a use for it outside of that. Anyway, got ourselves another Monotamon. We've got so many of these now. They're kind of, the Among Uses are having a funeral for their favorite TV, I guess. They're just staring at the TV that looks so much like them and thinking about how fragile their lives are because they're part of a fad game that is most likely going to die at some point in the future. They are very sad. They are very sad. Anyway, their ability reads, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Nightmon in its name or Deadly Axemon among them. Among them to your hand. See, I knew they were among us. I knew it. Place any remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Good searchers for Nightmons. I guess you could even play this in a Nightmon deck if you really felt like you needed a searcher for that. So, not bad, I guess. Got ourselves another Brachiomon. Brachiosaurus. Got ourselves a Ghostmon, being sometimes counted as like the in training form of like Wizardmon. More a recent one, I would say, along with Bakemon. We got 2 Bakemon just kind of like hanging about in this one. He's a 5,000 rookie, which isn't bad, but at the same time, no ability means you're not going to see much play outside of just needing like cards for a deck. Kokomon again. Infinity again. Oh, all right. Oh, it's Nidhoggmon. I already have a Nidhoggmon, but I think it's a green version. So now we got ourselves a purple version now. Nidhogg is like it's another one of those Cthulhu monsters. Well, you know, H.P. Lovecraft and his love of, a certain word that is very racist. Like, you don't want to look it up, but if you have the time and are willing to, kind of lose your brain, look up the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat. I'm not sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Its ability for Nidhoggmon is, when you trash this card from your hand by using one of your effects, gain 1 memory. Then, when Digivolving, you may trash 1 card to your hand, trash it to your hand, because your hand is trash. Got him. You may trash 1 card in your hand to delete or your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So yeah, other than that, it's kind of useless. I don't know why you play this card. Kind of dog shit, I would say. Alright, we got a ability card just for all the Ancient Warriors. As you can see in the background, kind of hard to see, but you've got a Goonimon standing in front of all 10 Ancient Warriors. So you've got Ancient Greymon, Ancient Garurumon, Ancient Megatherianmon, Ancient Sylphamon, Ancient Volcanomon, Ancient Kabuterimon, Ancient Sphinxmon, Ancient Troyojamon, Ancient Mermaymon, and the one that goes with the metal guy, because I just don't remember his name. Maybe Ancient Wisemon or whatever? I forget its name. Anyway, this probably has something to do with the 10 legendary warriors. It says for Evolution Ancient, if you have a card with hybrid in its name in play, you may use this option card without meeting the color requirements. Meaning your level 4 Digimon can Digivolve into 1 Digimon in your hand with matching colors and 10 warriors in its traits. First Digivolution cost, ignoring the level. So it's kind of just a level skipping ability. And then security, add it to your hand. Pretty cool card art, but you really need a niche specific for it. Oh, I was talking about Dino Rexmon because it was part of the Dino Boost cards. So anyway, Dino Rexmon is kind of a weird Digimon. It's kind of boring looking. But if you don't know, it is one of, spoilers for Survive. Close your ears, young one. You might die, even though you've probably seen shit from Survive. 3-2-69. It's one of the megas from, Survive. So, yeah, it's something. Anyway, its ability reads, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That Digimon doesn't unsuspend until the next turn. Then your turn. This Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for each your opponent's suspended Digimon. So out the gate, you would already have like an extra 1000 just from Digivolving. So not a bad card, but at the same time, very lackluster. Cool art though. He's kind of just breathing fire. Cool art though. He's breathing fire. Anyway, that's enough for this one. So next time on opening Digimon booster packs, I don't know if we're going to be able to get through everything. Maybe if we just run into a bunch of copies, but I really wouldn't want to run into a bunch of copies. I want to run into new stuff. So hopefully we'll get some pretty cool cards next time on opening Digimon booster packs. I'll see ya.